It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Ravens and the Steelers, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
In motion, Aguilar. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's to the sideline and incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good. But this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Jackson.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
So the new-look Steelers offense headed out for their first drive, led by a man in his 13th NFL season now. First is a Steeler, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
That's complete to the rookie from Michigan.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Here's Wilson.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. The Steelers at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now Wilson.
Finding Pickens for another catch.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this was all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to the 43. The numbers for Andrews last week: 9 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
In motion, Aguilar.
They go play action now. Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2.
Here's 2nd and 3.
As they've got it as we resume action.
In motion, Aguilar.
They go play action with Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
In motion, Aguilar.
And Jackson throwing once more. It's caught by Aguilar. Only able to work it to the 20 after the nice broken tackle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11.
Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Wilson.
That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The offense for the Ravens returns to the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now it's Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Oh, the return is Callaway. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. In motion, Aguilar.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 1 from the 2. An option give now to Mitchell.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
And you can forgive this defense just a bit here. They know how dangerous Lamar Jackson is running the football. Stopping him is in many ways a prime concern. So here, they're late to react to the handoff on the option, and it costs them as this winds up a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again is Wilson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Jackson from the shotgun.
Complete to Likely.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mitchell trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. To throw is Jackson. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Tucker's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin down in the Bayou. The Browns from the AFC visiting the Dome to take on New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Steelers offense and Russell Wilson headed back onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They hand this off to Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Escaping the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
Now Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
That went into the hands of Flowers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Play action. Now Jackson.
Looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion, Aguilar.
They go play action now. Jackson completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Mitchell now off the option.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
In motion, Aguilar.
They go play action with Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
In motion, Aguilar.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand A field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Wilson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll run again with Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. They go play action with Wilson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown from 6 yards away.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Jackson.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Slot man moves right. Here's Jackson to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The home team's offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Here's Wilson.
Pass complete to Harris.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 6 now. Lamar going to give this to Ali.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
3rd and 2. Try to take this home. They'll run. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a